Alright everyone, you know the drill. New week, new Odyssey. However, I'm looking to speed run this one if I can, or at least the first two maps. So, hard eggs. Okay. Deal with demoted balloons and an exciting surprise by Jessie Patch. Interesting. Okay. Odyssey looks rather chill. I hate Bazaar with a burning passion. Covered Gardens has dealt me some problems in the past. Let's have a look. Custom rounds, Candy Falls, hard standard 11 to 80. And it says demoted balloons. That, in theory, means that it's easier. Hard standard 6 to 80 on Hedge. Covered Gardens 6 to 75, hard standard. Bazaar, hard standard 6 to 65. Cornfield, hard standard 6 to 60. Removal rate increased by 200%. Okay, so let's see what we've got. And I'm probably not going to pick Gwendolyn when Sorta exists. Hell yes. Sniper, plane, heli. No. Definitely. Oh. We will do a little bit of beast mastering. This is the thing about the beast handler I really don't like. You need, what, 4 of them to actually get 1 tier 5? So shit. So shit. Anyway. Throw in some boomerangs. Glue gun, I got a massive buff. Am I happy with that? I'm pretty happy with that, I must say. It's not extreme mode, so we should be good with just that. Let's do it. Okay, so. The reason I'm looking to speedrun this is because my brother is actually in Australia. And I don't know if I've divulged this information before, but normally he lives in England. And so he's coming around for a holiday, starting pretty much today. So he said he was gonna swing by around 4 o'clock. So I waited till 4 o'clock. It is now 4:30, so he's not here. Fair enough, probably very jet lagged. He only landed like this morning, so that's completely understandable. So I figure if I wait too long, I'm never gonna get the opportunity to do this, at least not anytime soon. But considering I finished work early, I want to try and take advantage of this while I still can. So we're going to try our best to speedrun this. So that I can potentially get this done, dusted, out of the way, spend some hanging out time with my bro, and all will be well. If not, there's going to be a very big time jump in this video at some point. Don't worry, I'll pretty much just get back to exactly where I was. Excuse you, you can't pull that bullshit on me. What happened to demoted, huh? I'm pretty sure that was a goddamn ceramic. Anyway, we're learning about these custom rounds, which is always good. Druid of the Jungle, always good against surprise ceramics. Although I guess not when you don't have the upgrade. But there you go. Okay, so we've accidentally planned well for that. Let's get a sniper for camo balloon detection. And then we will need a camo lead popper. Sadly, Beast Handler can't really do that in my mind, as far as I can remember at least. So it'll have to be Sorta for now. But we can work that out later. Probably a heli pilot or something. Yeah, that'll do it. Yep, shrapnel shot certainly helps, faster firing. Yes. Also, they technically buffed my boy to an extent. I think now, like, his Moab bonus damage that he got from cross-passing with the top path instead of the middle is now just base tier 5 Moab damage to incentivize cross-pathing with the middle again, because apparently people weren't doing that. Don't get me wrong, I've been a middle cross-path fan the whole time. But yeah, I could see why people weren't doing it. The extra Moab damage is quite enticing. I can understand that. Anyway, in theory, we are set up and ready for everything including camo LEDs, so long as it's only a brief amount of camo LEDs. Because otherwise, that's gonna be real awkward if they're just spread out enough to the point where one sorta ability can't mess them all up easily. Right, come on, come on. We're literally 1,890 off of everything is now poppable. Okay, we should be good, should be good. Alright, almost 40 rounds in. It's only been a few minutes. I like it, I like it. No audible signs of someone banging at the front door. So we are good. We are good. Razor ropes, there you are. Did we get you right on time? I mean, you're handy for the Moab. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Oh. But yeah, if you haven't played with the Beast Handler before, you might have to do a little bit of a quest to unlock them. But my favorite cross path, or my favorite path in general, is the top, for sure. Absolutely love me a good great white shark. Very Australian, very Australian. I do love it. I think my next favorite path is the raptor, and then my least favorite is the bottom path. Mainly because it's more of a stalling thing, rather than a popping balloons thing. But these two are more of a popping balloons thing. In fact, the great white can slaughter Moabs pretty easily. Like it says at the end of this upgrade, at max beast power, the great white can drag down Moabs. That's not true. The great white can drag down Moabs regardless. Like, it can't one-shot them like it does to these balloons and drag them to the depths, but it does so much damage that it may as well. It may as well just one-shot them. And honestly, I kind of prefer it that way. Okay. But if you don't know, Beast Handler's out. Came out in Update 36. I did make a video on it. Pretty lengthy, but it was just me messing around with the Beast Handler for quite some time. First on the new map, Polyphemus, which is awful. Not a big fan of it, to be honest. Well, it's not awful, but it's sort of boring. Oh, that seems mean. I'm just not a big fan of it. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah. So, wasn't a fan of Polyphemus as a map, but then I played it on logs as well, and that was so much more fun and enjoyable. Right. But yeah, this is the awkward thing, because if you get an orca, which hopefully I'll be doing very, very shortly. Oh boy, is someone at the door? I'll be able to tell if my dog starts barking. He'll think it's a complete stranger. What is happening? Oh. I was so confused. I saw the balloons go off screen here. And I was like, why is there still popping sounds? Why is the helicopter not helping? The balloons are just here. But no, Sniper had it covered. Locked and loaded. Okay, Orca. Yeah, see? This is the annoying part. If you want a tier 5 Beast Handler, you need 4 Beast Handlers. Because you need the 1 to be the tier 5, and then 3 others to boost it. It's essentially like a mini Paragon, except not as rewarding. Because it's super fucking expensive. Like, seriously, it's insane how expensive this is. Because the Orca itself costs 17,000. And technically, yes, that's 17,000 for a tier 4 upgrade. But on top of that, the tier 5 costs 59,000, plus the additional 4 times 17. Which is basically over 100 grand just for a tier 5. Not a fan. Not a fan. I think I'm just going to stick to tier 4s if I'm honest. Okay, round 60. Pretty good progress so far. And I do like the little orca. He is adorable. Maybe I'll just get orcas and max them out rather than go for the megalodon. Oh, finally. I hadn't actually unlocked that last upgrade before. Anyway. Back to the chaos. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get Elite Defender and then sort of Apache Dartship maybe. Seems like the best course of action. dun. Forgot round 63 existed. Let's do this to make it easier. Also, speaking of buffs and nerfs, Jungle's Bounty got a bit of a buff. I think base money gain has been increased slightly. From whatever it was to this. 320. I think maybe it was like 240 or something. Base power. But yeah, it's gotten a buff. It's very nice. I love me a good druid farm. We are good. Okay. Come on, Elite Defender. Work a little harder for me. But yeah, Orca on its own does seem pretty strong, being able to just clap BFBs pretty nicely, and then once you max it out, it can start doing the same to ZOMGs. So maybe I'll just get multiple Orcas rather than go for the tier 5. Like, as much as I want to go for the tier 5, too expensive. Way too expensive. And to be fair, maxing out the Orca and going for a tier 5 are kind of just the same dot to dot, except you miss out the last one. You know, you don't fully complete the dot to dot, but you go 99% of the way. You just don't make that final purchase. Alright, let's get this bad boy up and running. Oh, actually, you know what I only just now realized? Because I finished work early today. And it is in fact a Thursday. And tomorrow happens to be Easter Friday or something. I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Scot-free. Very nice. 5-day weekend. Hell yeah. Okay. I am so looking forward to that. Feels like it's been forever since I've had a break from work. Don't know why. Either way though, it's perfect timing as well. Because it means I got all that time to spend with the family. Okay. I honestly haven't noticed much in terms of what's crazy about this Odyssey's custom rounds. Like, obviously the ceramics showed up earlier than I expected. Round 20, I think it was. But that wasn't really much of a problem. And then I think they did it again. Or at least they tried to do it again, but that didn't work too well. But yeah. They tried their best. Okay. I was actually worried, thinking they might regrow, but I completely forgot about our druid. Just kind of shuts that shit down pretty much immediately. Boom. Come on, can we thoroughly speedrun this? And by thoroughly, I mean by my standards. Because if we're talking races, I am terrible at races. Do I get another shark, maybe? I was gonna go for a dart ship, but maybe I could just get another shark. Come on. Yeah, let's just do that. Make life easier. Good old Orca. Absolutely destroying. And then with both of these guys attacking the ZOMG, it's got no chance. Goodbye. Yeah, see, just look at that. Look at that. And it talks about being able to drag down a ZOMG when it's max powered. You don't need it. You just need 2 sharks. Why would you even bother? Or 2 sharks, 2 orcas. Why would you even bother trying to max one out when you could just do that instead? Alright. Bang. Go. Okay. I think once again, probably best for us to rush a druid. Middle path tier 3. Just so that we can get those ceramics destroyed as soon as we can. I don't think I hear anything, so we're still good. Okay. Where do I want this druid? Probably here. I like that. I like that. Is anything up in round 10? I didn't notice it last time if it did. There's a bunch of red balloons. That's concerning. Pretty sure round 10 was almost entirely blue balloons. Or is this the downgrading they're talking about? I just realized. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. The downgrading actually limits how much money we make. Why did that take me 10 years to figure out? I'm so stupid. Obviously, that's what's happening here. So the rounds are technically easier, but then by the time they launch the bloody ceramic at you, you haven't had enough time to make money to even afford ceramic protection sort of thing. Oh, that's not entirely true, because we're very close to getting this druid of the jungle. But still, I think that's the whole idea. Is that it's like, they're feeding you less money, and thus making the game easier damage-wise, but harder economy-wise. But then they're throwing a ceramic at you. Like you're in the middle of the school lunchroom, or some shit. Anyway, shall we try out the new glue gunner? And by new, I mean extraordinarily buffed glue gunner. Actually, no, we need some camo popping power. It would be nice. Glue gunner doesn't really do that well. As far as I'm aware, that still hasn't come back. Being able to pop camo balloons with the top path 5th tier. I missed that. That was nice. Okay, so we should be able to pop all the leads. Camos can, for now, be popped just by sorta. Camo leads, however, we're getting this boy. Also, did not realize one of the ceramics was camouflaged, but the one on round 30 is, so be prepared for that. Huh. Luckily, with sorta, you don't need to prepare. You can just be like, whoops, forgot about that one, button press, delete. So easy. Okay. And help sorta out, please, my friend. Cool. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, Now, do I want razor rotors? I mean, of course I do, but is that my next upgrade, is what I mean. Oh, okay, there was a regrow something in there. That certainly shouldn't have been in normal rounds, so interesting. I didn't exactly see what it was, probably a regrow rainbow or something. Actually, it might not have even been that strong. Zebra? I don't know. It went down without too much of a fight. Either way. Let's place our friend the glue gunner. Wait, did we get razor rotors? We did get razor rotors. Let's place our friend the glue gunner. See what the glue gunner's been up to. Apparently, quite a lot lately. Getting all sorts of buffs like crazy. Okay. So balloon dissolver. And I'm pretty sure the cross pathing also got a little bit of a buff somehow. I don't know the exact details, but things have certainly never looked better for the glue gunner. At least the top path one. Applies liquefying components that deal 10 pops every second. See, I've always liked the idea of the glue gunner, except I would have preferred him as more of an alchemist type. Where it was, instead of glue, it being like acid or poison. I don't know. Maybe that just takes a darker turn, but I've always liked that idea. In fact, I always like it in games as well. If you can have a poison build of some sort, or a poison attack, typically I'll go for that one. Wow, and the price on it is still so cheap. From what I remember, The balloon solver doesn't need bigger globs because it's just insane on its own. You know, it sort of kind of just gets them. So we'll go with this. Camo detection. Not the greatest at the moment, so let's place a beast handler, right? Let's place one right here. We'll go bottom path. And this little icon, which I didn't realize what it did at first. As it turns out, any balloons that fly within this radius, or that float within this radius, will get picked up by the bottom path beast handler bird and placed at this little target. So you can select where you want it to be placed. If you want to speed the balloons up, you actually can. So feel free to troll people in co-op games. That is very much a possibility because you can set it to be right here. I don't know if it actually will pick up balloons if they're not already like past this point. Like I don't know how it works specifically, but yeah, I'm not sure they'll actually get picked up if they're like behind that point already. I don't know how it works fully, but we're gonna merge this one into that one so that all of these upgrades will now just buff the solo big boy right here. I was wondering to myself if it is better to have one big boy and merge everything into it, or have 4 separate big boys so they can potentially be better. I'm not entirely sure. Might have to do some testing on that. But overall, I feel like it might be better just to have all of them merged into the one. You would expect it to be better, right? Otherwise, why would they make it a mechanic? There's no reason to. So in theory, it's better, but at the same time, I don't know. But as you can see, it's actually like holding back almost all of the threats, which is pretty damn good. It is pretty damn good. I don't really use them all that much. Like I said, it's not my favorite path. But look at that. Permanently kept at the start of the map. That's pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my feelings towards this particular path has changed now. Mainly because I didn't know how it worked before. That was, I think, the main problem. I didn't understand. At first I was afraid. I was petrified, you know? Anyway, you can finish the rest of the song lyrics in your own mind. I'm sorry, did we just delete 63? Ooh. We sort of did, but at the same time, part of that was camouflaged. So that's new. Keep that in mind. Camo 63. Either way though, it doesn't really look like we're struggling all that much. Not that that's a bad thing, but just always good to keep an eye out. Always good to keep an eye out. But yeah, as far as I remember or can tell, I don't think the Beast Handler can deal camo lead popping power damage. Because I'm pretty sure the Microraptor and the Shark paths, separately, they can deal lead damage. And then the bottom path is the only one that can gain camo detection at tier 2. Now you might be thinking, hey, if it can get camo detection at tier 2, and you can get lead popping power on these ones, you can have camo lead popping power. But sadly, they're separate pets, which means the tower as a whole doesn't actually have camo lead popping power, it just has camo and lead popping power. So it's kind of awkward like that, but it's true. I wonder if we'll be able to get the tier 5. It is expensive, but it is also the cheapest of the 3. This bottom path one. So maybe there's a chance? May as well go for it, considering we're already like a good chunk of the way there. The only problem is, like, of course, most of my investing has been other beast handlers. So I can't exactly sell them to then be like, oh, now I can afford it because I need them. They need to be a part of this tier 5 situation, which is annoying. I'd say overall the best way to just make this situation better, like, don't get me wrong, if Ninja Kiwi wanted it to be this way and want to make these Beast Handler tier 5s so overpoweredly broken that they need a balanced cost, like 100 grand or something, sure, by all means, that makes sense. Keep it up. But if that's not the case, then they need to adjust the prices quite a lot. Also, I think my brother's here, but we've got 3 rounds. So, can we just fly through this real quick? Come on, team. This is going to be a very quick goodbye. Letting you know now. But I'll try and say my outro stuff now. Part 2 comes out tomorrow with the other 3 maps. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. But this has been part 1. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next one. But sadly, it doesn't look like we'll be able to get the tier 5 here. But maybe later. Maybe later. Anyway. Come on. Speed it up. You're killing me with how slow this is. And not in the good way. Oh, yes. Fortified. Come on. Other fortified. Go. Okay, last one. Push. Oh, you don't attack at all when it's too big for you. Oh, that's complete ass. That is so much ass. Okay. Saved. Okay. That is bullshit. Anyway. Like I said, quick goodbye. Take it easy. See you in the next one.